law of attraction versus surrendering to the universe. Whatever I believe to be true, I attract into my life. So therefore, I may alter it as I wish, but there is also a divine path to surrender to. How do I know what is right, what is the truth? This is a question I received today. And then there's an old question here. All this while, I am told by my yoga teachers that I am unique. You have written the same also, but you also speak about togetherness. Isn't this conflicting? We are talking about two different layers of consciousness. We are talking about two different domains of consciousness. In yoga, in the philosophy of yoga, we know that we are not just the body, we are also not just the mind, we are also not just the intelligence. At least we have 5 detectable, very easily detectable layers of consciousness. We call it domain. First is this body, which is made of anna, what we eat. That's what body is made of. So we call it Annamayakosha. The layer of consciousness, the domain. What is kosh? Kosh is domain. Layer, yeah? Sheath. Yeah, sheath. 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 So this is the food sheath. Annamayakosha, this is the body. It's made of food, what we eat. And then we have got Pranamayakosha, the energy. And then we have got Manomayakosha, the mental. Now when we say mental, it is mental, emotional. Mind is not only thoughts, but it's also emotions. So anything that needs our brain to express is Manomayakosha. Our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, all of them, hallucinations, imaginations, expectations, hopes, and on and on. All of these need our brain to express. So this all is one bundled into Manomayakosha. Then there's Vijnanamayakosha, intelligence. It's not intellectuality. Intellectuality and scholarship comes under Manomayakosha. Intelligence is something that is inherent. That is the programming that we come with. When the easiest way to explain this is a child who is just born, keep the child upon the chest of its mother, and within 20 minutes, at the most, within 20 minutes, it will find mother's nipple and start sucking. That is inherent intelligence. And we have got, a whole bundle of inherent intelligence. And then we have got Anandamayakosha, that is the bliss sheath, the domain of bliss, eternal joy, eternal happiness. It's not the emotional happiness or comfort, but it is something that is sustainable. The happiness, the joy that is never ending. So that is Anandamayakosha, sometimes called spiritual sheath. So at least we have got these 5 sheaths, and then there are sub-sheaths, sub-layers. So these two questions are referring to 2 different sheaths, 2 different layers of consciousness. Let us go back to the first question. It's talking about law of attraction. And the second question, which is older question, is talking about being unique. Law of attraction, being unique, versus surrendering to the divine, collectivity. So there are 2 sets of things. One is law of attraction, being unique. Second is surrendering to the divine and collectivity. Let's come to our uniqueness. What is unique in us? What is unique? Name. There may be 10 people, hundreds of people having the same name, sharing the same name. So a name is not really unique. Mark Twain was giving a lecture, and somebody said, whatever you have said, it is there in some book that I've read. And he was so angry, He said, this is my original writing. You think I'm a cheat? I'm a cheat? He said, no, but I have a book. Whatever you have said, it is there in that book. So Mark Twain said, show me the book. He said, okay, I'll send you tomorrow. So the next day he sends the book, and the book was dictionary. Whatever you have said, everything is there. So what is unique? What is unique? Okay, your face is unique, my face, okay. We have different faces, okay. That's one part. And that's physical, but is it the physical sheath? Is it Annamayakosha? No, also. If you need blood, I may donate my blood. And your body, your system may accept my blood based on the blood type. So even our blood is not unique. And if I have a camera here, if we have a camera here that can take picture using X-ray, we'll all look like skeletons. It will be very difficult, believe me, to differentiate which is American skeleton, which is Asian, and which is German, and which is European, which is Chinese. Very difficult. If you have gamma rays or Y rays, all vibrations, totally undetectable. It will not be possible at all to detect this is whose rays. This set belongs to whom. So even physically speaking, actually, we are not unique. Our face, our name could be unique, our nationality could be unique, but otherwise, if you take the whole picture, our blood is not unique, our bone marrow may not be unique, our whole system may not be unique. The breathing, you breathe, and I also breathe. Our breathing also is not unique, it's all the same. So even physically speaking, we are not unique. So what makes me unique is the way I think, the way I feel, the way I perceive things. That makes us unique. So, law of attraction works on that domain, on the level of your mind. And what you attract, true, as the person who has asked the question, whatever I believe to be true, I attract. But again, your belief is also an offspring of your mind. And believe me, it is so very difficult to be consistent in your belief. Very difficult to be consistent in your belief. Very difficult to be consistent in your positive thinking, positive attitude. Very difficult. There are so many factors. If things are going okay, fine. But something goes wrong outside, it's going to affect your belief system. It is going to affect the way you perceive things. It is going to affect, again, the law of attraction, what you are attracting. So it's all based on your mind. Law of attraction is based on your mind. Your uniqueness is also a mental stuff. Unique mental stuff. So on that level, yes, we are unique. And we want to keep that uniqueness. If you do it excessively, if you want to be unique excessively, then you become very individualistic, you become very egoistic. So again, coming back to this, what we are attracting is all based on mind. What we are attracting is all based on mind, and it's very difficult to keep our mind consistent. The mind in yoga philosophy is called monkey mind. It is always jumping from one tree to another tree. There is no such thing as emptying the mind. There is no such thing as empty mind meditation. You cannot empty your mind. It is not a glass that you can pour out the water and then you fill with new waters. No. What you can do is transcend the mind. And once you transcend the mind, you get into intelligence, Vijnanamayakosha. Transcend again, you reach Anandamayakosha. And Once you transcend the mind, then the law applicable in those sheaths are different. You are not subject to the law of gravity, the law of physics anymore. And so you are also not affected by law of attraction, even by law of karma, the law of consequence. You are not affected by all those things. Once you go into Vijnanamayakosha, then we are talking about soul. Then the soul is not unique. So the idea, the new age idea nowadays, having a soulmate, is a totally wrong idea. You cannot have a soulmate. Once we say, I have a soulmate, it is like saying that soul is also a mental stuff. No. It is just like sun and sun rays. There is an expression, there is a saying, there is sun and there are sun rays. But can you, kasih air tu apa mungkin ya, kasih air sedikit apa? Yeah, can I have some water with me? There is sun and there are sun rays. Okay? Now, can you divide the sun? Can you separate the sun from sun rays? Although we have the expression sun and sun rays, we cannot separate sun from sun rays. So you cannot separate the Supreme Soul, you may call it God or divine energy, Supreme One. The yoga philosophy only calls that. You cannot separate that from this. We are inseparable. We are all sun rays. That's the sun. So, if I say you're my soulmate, it is like affirming that my soul is different from your soul, and therefore we are soulmates. We are not different. On the soul level, Vijnanamayakosha and Anandamayakosha, the spiritual sheath, we are all one and same. There is no such thing as unique. We are one. We are one. So we are talking about two different layers of consciousness. We are talking about two different levels of consciousness. Unique on the mental emotional level, yes. Physical level, somewhat. Spiritual level, no. Law of attraction, law of karma, everything binding on the spiritual level, mental, emotional level, spiritual level, no. The soul is here to experience, to enjoy. In the yoga philosophy, it is called Leela, to play the game. You cannot point out that this is a good person or that is a bad person. Everybody is just playing the game. Mental, emotional level, yes. So when you're dealing with the world, you have to use your mind. You're using your body to interact with people. There, you're unique. There, law of attraction. And what is law of attraction? Law of attraction is a sub-law of the law of consequence, the law of karma. So on mental, emotional level, on physical level, all these laws, we have to abide by them. They are all applicable, they are all valid. But on the spiritual level, once we are in the meditation, in the state of meditativeness, we are all one.